Welcome to Dark Dive Reacts, where we watch creepy, paranormal, and conspiracy videos for entertainment purposes only. Do not try any of these stunts at home. Each black screen is 5 seconds long. Let's take a dark dive.
We really glazed over how insanely bonkers it is that a place like Epstein's Island even existed. But what most people don't know is that it wasn't the first of its kind. Decades earlier, in the middle of Lake Michigan, a desolate island owned by a wealthy Detroit socialite became the subject of all sorts of wild conspiracy theories. And at first, a conspiracy theory is exactly what most people thought it was. While on the surface, it was just a summer camp for young boys, teaching them survivalist skills in nature, behind the scenes, these children were being flown to this island to be exploited, filmed, and traded among the men who sponsored the island's operations. The owner of North Fox Island, a man named Frank Sheldon, had purchased the land specifically for this purpose. As a matter of fact, the very first thing he did was built an airstrip on the island as a means to shuttle boys in and out. One of the men who sponsored the island was a former school teacher named Gerald Richards. He and Sheldon ran a nonprofit called Brother Paul's Children Mission. The organization was supposed to help underprivileged youth connect with nature, but upon their plane touching down on the landing strip, the boys would soon realize that that wasn't going to be the case. Now, it's a lot to get into, so much so that we had to make our podcast episode about this in 2 parts, because the owner of the island would eventually flee the country, making it extremely difficult to charge him with any involvement. The story disappeared from the news fairly quickly and was just dismissed as an urban legend. But North Fox Island was just a tiny piece in a much larger picture of child trafficking rings happening around the world. It wouldn't be until the early 2000s that more people began examining the evidence themselves, realizing just how extensive this operation truly was. North Fox Island has also been tied to a series of unsolved child murders committed by an unknown perpetrator known only as the Oakland County Child Killer. It's an awful lot to dive into, but if you're interested, you can check out my 2-part episode on this topic, or I can make a part 2 here.
The real truth, you better wake up and find out, has been around you all of your life. You just didn't see it. Example, Abraham Lincoln was elected to Congress in 1846. John Kennedy was elected to Congress 1946. Abe Lincoln was elected president in 1860. John Kennedy was elected president 1960. The names Lincoln and Kennedy both contain 7 letters. Both presidents were particularly concerned with civil rights. Both of the president's wives lost children while living in the White House. Both presidents were shot on a Friday in the head. President Lincoln's secretary was named Miss Kennedy. Kennedy's secretary was named Miss Lincoln. Both were assassinated by Southerners. Both were succeeded by Southerners. Andrew Johnson, who succeeded Lincoln, was born in 1808. Lyndon Johnson, who succeeded Kennedy, was born in 1908. John Wilkes Booth, who assassinated Lincoln, was born in 1839. Lee Harvey Oswald, who assassinated Kennedy, in 1939. Both assassins were known by 3 names: John Wilkes Booth, Lee Harvey Oswald. Both names are comprised of 15 letters. President Lincoln was shot in a theater named Ford. Kennedy was shot in a car named Lincoln, made by Ford. John Wilkes Booth ran to a theater and was caught in a warehouse. Oswald ran from a warehouse and was caught in a theater. Booth and Oswald were both assassinated before they could go to trial. And a week before Lincoln was shot, he was in Monroe, Maryland. A week before Kennedy was shot, he was with Marilyn Monroe.
The truth is hidden in plain sight, and this is how they hide everything. If you are looking for the knowledge that has been hidden from us, if you want to know the meaning behind these symbols, if you want to know who controls the world, this ebook will literally unveil that to you, and ye shall know the truth, and truth shall set you free.
I found this book at the local antique shop yesterday, and it was written in 1926 by Major General Count Sheriff Spiritovich, The Secret World Government, or The Hidden Hand, Unrevealed in History, 100 Historical Mysteries Explained. This man is explaining that there's a hidden hand, there's a secret government, and they are of the nature of the individuals who are taking over now, the blues with a J, that they are the ones that have been running society because they made a pact with a god. He calls it Satan, but that's his position. But I want to read to you this very specific. I have to be careful about what I really was trying to debate whether to put this on the internet at all, because it could really get me in trouble. But this particular page, I just want you to see this particular part where he says right here, he's talking about proof of the existence of this invisible world government, this hidden hand. He says, the world is governed by very different personages from what is imagined by those who are not behind the scenes, i.e., not by kings and ministers. Disraeli said not others, but different, which means not the kings, ministers, or other similar men, but absolutely different, possibly even of a different race. Who they are must be known first of all, and only then can we control them and establish peace, but not before. You know how I'm always saying, I'm calling them creatures and creeps? And I'm saying they're not human. I don't know what they are. And this has been my biggest reason around this. I ain't unifying, because I don't know what these things are. This apparently has been known. And this has nothing to do with religion. I'm not talking about religion or race. I'm talking about like a species of a soul or something that's on this planet. And that's what he's talking about here. Yeah, he says, Bismarck, the Iron Chancellor, perceived the existence of invisible forces, but could not or did not wish to formulate them, and called them imponderabilia, powers which no one could fathom. I think I saw where you could get this book, like a free PDF, and read it. I didn't try the link, but I did see something come up in my Google search about it, so maybe you can find it and read it. I don't know how available it is to get your hands on, but this is a very valuable book. He says I haven't finished reading yet, but it looks like he's about to tell us why France and Russia went into the War of 1812. He said it was a hidden hand that organized it. He says earlier also that the Civil War was absolutely 100% organized, and nothing about that was organic or true as far as the version of the story that they told. But yes, I recommend, if you could get your hands on this book. If you Google this guy, it's going to say he's racist and anti-semi-truck. But that's because of what he says in this book.
You know how they say Hollywood tells you the truth or what they're going to do in movies? Well, it couldn't be more true in this movie, which was in 1997. It's called Conspiracy Theory. And I was not awake in 1997. I am now, and oh my gosh, here is the opening scene to the movie. You might want to go watch it again.
July 8, 1979, all the fathers of Nobel Prize winners were rounded up by United Nations military units, all right? And actually forced at gunpoint to give semen samples in little plastic jars, which are now stored below Rockefeller Center underneath the ice skating rink. Wouldn't want to be there for the thaw. Ugh. I mean, it's disgusting. You know what they put in the water, don't you? Fluoride. Yeah, fluoride. On the pretext that it strengthens your teeth. That's ridiculous. You know what this stuff does to you? It actually weakens your will. Takes away the capacity for free and creative thought, and makes you a slave to the state. You ever wonder about all these militia groups, survivalist type groups from the right-wing side? They say that they're defending the country from the UN troops. These guys are yelling so loud. My theory is, and this is a conspiracy, pal, that they are the UN troops and that they're in place. The infrastructure's ready. It's just a making complete. When the time comes, they'll just take over. We'll all be toast. Oswald, that's what I said, Oswald. He said, I'm just a patsy, and that means that he didn't do it, right? The one about Arm & Hammer goes to the doctor, and the doctor said, hey, Armin, you've only got 3 minutes to live. And he says, oh my God, that's terrible news. Isn't there anything you can do for me, Doc? 3 minutes. And the doctor says, well, Armin, I can boil you an egg. advertisements like got milk. You think you're living in a free country? You think this is a democracy? Of course it's not. Websites, newsletters, self-published manifestos. They think we're kooks. I mean, George Bush knew what he was saying when he said New World Order. Remember those big little words, New World Order? Well, he was a 33rd degree Mason, you know, and as ex-director of the CIA. He knew that saying that was sends conspirologists everywhere spinning their wheels, and then they destroy their own credibility. Sister, I'm sure your heart's in the right place, okay? But, you know, somebody's got to lift the scab, the festering scab that is the Vatican. A chip for identification so they can track down an animal anywhere he's at. You'll insert it under the dog's skin, and it's kind of like an identification thing. I mean, it's only a small logical step, so they start putting it in us and our children. And then before we know it, my God, they'll probably come with a precinct. Oh, sure, yeah. Hey, is that one of those new hundreds? You know, where they changed the picture of Ben Franklin? Look at him. Yeah. He looks like the love child of the Fred Burks and Rosie O'Donnell. Yeah, that's him. Yeah, get rid of him as soon as you can, Ray. Look at it up to the light. You see the metal strip in it? That's a tracking device. If you got any more of them, get rid of them. Exchange them for good. Because they'll follow you. They know where every one of those is.
What if I told you that all corporations are actually just one giant mega corporation? And I'm not talking about metaphorically. And I'm not talking about BlackRock. I'm talking about what's really behind BlackRock. See, we hit 1 million followers on TikTok this week, and I've been waiting to post this video since the very first video that I made, laying the groundwork of understanding so that we're all gonna understand this now that we're here. So let's break it down real simple. If you're gonna go grocery shopping at a corporate grocery store, all of these corporations are owned by these institutions. They're highlighted in red if they're on all 4 of these sheets. They're darker orange if they're on 3 of them, and light orange if they're on 2. And there's only a couple that only appear once. It's mostly the same money. But we go deeper. If you go for the biggest tech companies, it's basically the exact same list for all 4 of these. That would be Vanguard, BlackRock, State Street, Fidelity, T. Rowe Price, Geode, which is similar to Fidelity Associated, JP Morgan, Morgan Stanley. And then Northern Trust is on 3 of them, and Capital World Investors is the exact same thing as Capital Research and Management Company. So you might think, okay, these are the institutions that own the whole stock market. But who owns them? And see, if you've been around here for a minute, you already know. They all own each other. Just a giant cross-ownership pool. And this is where it gets really interesting. Because see, way back before I'd even posted a single video, I was sitting in my office reading this report from an anonymous user on Reddit. And he had noticed the exact same thing that I'm talking about right now. And he wrote a program to put all that data into a visualization so we can see who owns who. And I'm about to show you what he figured out. Let's take BlackRock, for example. This is a list of the top institutional owners of BlackRock and how much of the company they own. And if you visualize it, it looks like this, where the whole square is all of BlackRock's stock, and they get a percentage of that square based on how much they own. And the important colors to note are that white symbolizes us, retail investors, and gray symbolizes insiders that work at the company. So that would be like Larry Fink's stock, among other people. And everything else is other giant corporations, investment banks, like BlackRock themselves own a little bit. State Street owns some. Capital World Management owns some. Bank of America owns some. You see how this works? But then you think about it and you're like, well, wait a minute, because all of these institutions are owned by other institutions, right? So what if we put that data in here? Well, he did. And it looks like this. And you realize that all of this that was owned by Merrill Lynch is actually owned by all of these other institutions. And a little bit of us, retail, up there at the top. But here, we've only replaced Merrill Lynch's section. What about all of these guys? Well, then it looks like this. Remember, white is retail investors like you and me, and everything else is giant mega corporations. And if you go one layer deeper, filling in all those corporations with their corporations, you see how this program's working? And so then we simplify it to just black, gray, and white. And this is who owns BlackRock. White is retail investors like you and me. Gray is insiders at all of these corporations like CEOs and other executives. And black is just corporations owning each other. We'll call it Megacorp. This is the same process done for Bank of America and for State Street and for Best Buy, Amazon, Macy's, groceries, food, ingredients, building and selling homes, even less white meaning us, retail ownership. As far as I can tell, there's only one company on the entire stock market that is not owned by Megacorp. Can you guess who it is? Do you know? It's GameStop. Except that this photo's out of date because it's from a few years ago. It probably looks more like this if you believe the public info, which is a big if. But more on that another time. This is not a video about GameStop. This is about Megacorp. Because see, when all of the owners own each other, all of their interests are aligned. BlackRock wants State Street to do well because State Street wants BlackRock to do well because they both own each other. So who is the real final boss behind all the money? Well, isn't that the million-dollar question? And ever since I've been asking those more important questions, my follower growth went from this to this. So you're not going to find those answers on this channel. You're going to have to go follow me in other places. All I'll say for now is that the next time you buy a product from a corporation like Nike or Costco or Best Buy or Amazon or any of these corporations, you're buying it from the mega corporation. They're all owned by the same big money. And it's all one big siphon, just vacuuming money out of our pockets up to the people on top. We'll make another video about how exactly they do that shortly. For now, I just want to say a huge thank you to everyone that is here and here and here. Your support means the world to me, and it allows me to do this work to help support small businesses and help look for like the truth of what the heck's going on in this world. For all you guys that have been here since the beginning, you are legends. I notice you in the comments. I see you. I appreciate you, even if I don't get to as many comments and as many DMs as I used to. For all the people that have helped me do the digging, that have given me tips, that have collaborated along the way, I love you. You're amazing. Please never stop being curious. Do your own research. Don't trust the government, and get ready for a lot of censorship in 2024. So the very first video I ever posted on my page back in May of last year was about who owns everything. It only took us 8 months, a couple hundred videos, and 1 million followers to get right back to the exact same question. Who owns everything?
This man is asking the public a very simple question. He says McDonald's sells 6.5 million burgers in a single day, yet he has never seen any massive cow farms, cow rearing centers, or large slaughter facilities where huge numbers of cows are kept and killed to produce all that beef.
So I was curious the other day and found this online. McDonald's sells 6.5 million burgers in one single day. That's 195 million burgers a month. Now, I don't know about you, but I don't see cows lined up around every corner waiting to be turned into patties. I mean, seriously, do the math. Even if you stretched one cow into a bunch of burgers, you're still talking millions of cows just to keep up every day. So I started asking myself, where are all these cows coming from? Is there some secret super ranch hidden underground? Are they growing cows in labs, cloning meat behind closed doors? People laugh it off, but think, when was the last time you even saw a cow farm big enough to supply this madness?
This is nuclear physicist Dr. John Mullen. He discovered how to generate clean and free energy as opposed to oil. Days after this discovery, he died of arsenic poisoning. Dr. Don Wiley. He found the cure for HIV/AIDS. He mysteriously disappeared and later was found deceased. Dr. Mark A. Smith. He found a treatment for Alzheimer's. He passed away in a freak accident. This is Frank Suarez. He apparently found the cure for cancer. He mysteriously took his own life a couple of days later. I don't know, folks. This is suspicious, blowing my mind when I found out about it.
Creepy body language signals, part 1. The next time you're having an interaction with someone and they're freaking you out, but you're not quite sure why, I want you to try this facial reading hack. Focus all of your visual attention on the left side of the individual's face rather than either the whole thing or the right side, which is what most right-eye dominant people tend to do. The reason this is a powerful hack is because the left side of somebody's face is more likely to reveal either the true emotion or the dominant emotion if there is a mix. This happens because of something called emotional lateralization, which is a fancy term that essentially means the right hemisphere of our brain does a little bit more of the heavy lifting in terms of dealing with and processing emotions. The left hemisphere of our brains, which controls the muscles on the opposite side, is a little bit more analytical, or think of it as strategic. So if somebody wants to present a version of themselves that you think will put you at ease, but the real or dominant emotion is anything but friendly, it's more likely you'll see the honest or dominant emotion on the left versus the right. And if you can identify this disparity in real time, you can then decide whether to continue interacting with this Muppet or beat feet and get the hell out of Dodge.
Hey there.
Hello.
How are you?
All right.
Just all right?
Yeah.
Okay. Should you drive license? There's your wallet right there between your legs. So was I. The way you're driving?
Huh?
I said, you mentioned that you were nervous? Right. I was nervous while I was behind you driving down I-40. Northbound 25? You took that curve way too fast.
I did. I'm sorry.
I thought you were going to crash.
No, I don't.
I didn't say. I don't think so. I'm just saying I thought you were going to crash. Okay, and then you have a bunch of kids in the car. How many kids? You have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Who are these kids to you?
This is just my friend.
That's your friend?
Yeah.
How old's your friend?
18.
That girl's not 18?
Huh?
That girl's not 18?
Yeah.
No, she's not.
No, I think she is.
That girl's not 18. Trust me. She don't look 18. Ma'am, how old are you? I didn't ask you your name. I asked you how old you were. Jeremy, turn the car off and come back here and talk to me.
All right.
Let me see the keys. Thank you. Come on out. Why's your zipper, your buttons down in your crotch?
Well, I probably just forgot.
Okay. Come back here. Come back here with me, Jeremy. Sit right here.
I'll button my zipper.
Yeah, please button your zipper.
Yeah. I mean, I had to take it like a piss and.
Good?
I'm good.
Okay. Jeremy, how much you had to drink tonight?
I haven't had anything to drink.
I know I haven't been drinking. So how much have you been drinking? Based on your driving, you're driving like a total idiot. How much you had to drink?
I messed up.
Gotcha.
And I did. But I haven't been drinking.
Can you explain why I can smell from your breath every time you breathe? And talk to me?
What was that? I haven't had anything to drink.
When did you last drink?
Like, probably, it's been a little while.
Like an hour?
I would say it's more than
like maybe 2?
Yeah.
Roughly? Okay.
Like 2 hours.
That's fair. Because you know what? 2 hours is totally different than, no, I haven't been drinking. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But
I mean,
that's okay. That's okay. We're not gonna argue about it. I mean, I know what I smell. I know what I hear. I know what I see. Okay. Simple as that. Do you think you're safe to drive?
Yeah.
You do?
Absolutely.
Once again, you and I will disagree on that too. don't think you're safe to drive. All those people in the car, who are they?
They're just my friends. I mean,
do you normally hang out with people who are young?
This is probably one of the scariest videos I've seen in a long time. So this is Noah. He was on a camping trip one night, and while he was on his way back from said camping trip, he decided to pull off the side of the road and catch some Z's. What ends up happening that night is something so chilling, something so horrifying that you guys probably need headphones for it.
I'm currently sleeping in the back of my truck right now. I don't even know what time it is. And there's someone walking around my truck right now. If you can hear that, it's pretty loud. He's been walking around for like 20 minutes already. He's touching my truck. He's literally touching my truck. How am I supposed to get him away? He's literally walking. He's literally walking on my truck. The canopy, the back door's locked. I've never been scared before ever. I don't think he knows that there's anyone in here. I'm gonna try to see if he goes away eventually. We'll see. He's literally peeking through the door right now. I've never been this scared ever. So, the current time is 2:30 in the morning right now. He's still walking around my truck. I'm gonna try to see if I can flash my light to get him scared. So he runs away. There he is. Oh my god. Oh my god.
Now, from what I understand, the individual knocking on his doors and windows was only there for about an hour and a half, something like that. But he did finally leave, and Noah was able to get out of there safe and sound.
In the following video, a concerned mother is recording her daughter, who just told her that a guy is inside her room.
What guy?
The guy.
The guy is at the door.
Guy.
Can we go together?
Yeah.
Do you want to open the door or you want mommy to open it?
I want mommy to open it.
Okay.
He's in there.
The guy?
Yeah. He's scary.
He's scary.
I'm scared.
It's okay.
No.
No one appears to be in this room, yet strangely, Jessica's daughter sees someone who she says is scary. Now, despite there being nothing alarming, there is something in this room that's worth noting. The playhouse in the center is a space where Jessica's daughter often plays in. Most of her time is spent playing or eating inside, which is why Jessica decided to renovate the playhouse.
For a house tour of Emma's playhouse. Then Emma, I'm gonna show them the door, okay? She really wanted it to have a doorbell camera like our front door. So I put on.
From the color of the house to the same doorbell, every detail was inspired by the actual house they live in. However, only a few days after remodeling, something strange had occurred. On the night of January 3rd, 2025, the doorbell camera started to record. Now, this only happens when someone is at the door and near the doorbell, but upon being activated, the camera recorded this.
The truth about the viral 6-7 chant is finally getting exposed, and the origins of this chant is even more darker and evil than you can imagine, okay? And what makes this even worse is that the rapper who created this chant set his mind to target children, and so by doing that, he placed a popular kid jingle into this song to lure them in, okay? I want to show you guys exactly what I'm talking about. I have a ton of videos to show you, and by the end of this video, it will all make sense, okay? Let's hop into this video, watch it, and react to it. Before we do me a quick favor. Hit that like button for the algorithm so that this video can reach more people like yourself. I truly appreciate you guys. Let's hop in.
6-7 is demonic.
6-7, a meme kids can't get enough of and teachers can't get away from.
We are not saying the word 6-7 anymore.
Some schools even banning the phrase in classrooms.
You are no longer allowed to say, what number do you think I'm going to say?
6-7. All day, every day.
The trend took off a few months ago, but has re-intensified with school back in session. Thought to originate from a rap song by Skrilla. Experts we spoke to say the numbers really don't mean anything.
It's like slang to like make parents be like, what does that mean?
6-7 is a demonic chant that you guys have your kids involved with, and if your kids are doing it, you need to stop them right now. This is Skrilla. This guy's the reason your kids are saying 6-7 from a song he made called Doot Doot. Skrilla is into demonic worship. He is a santero. He's into Palo Mayumbe. And the Doot Doot or 6-7 song is literally a chant and summoning the spirits that he operates in.
I'm a santo. I do Palo. I'm a santo. What's that mean exactly? Like all that sacrifice and goats and I just feel like that's real life. You sacrifice a goat, sacrifice goats, chickens, mice. Like I do for certain shit though. Like I'm not allowed to explain it. I take y'all in my Godfather crib so he can show y'all something with my religion. Yeah.
Follow me. Starts off with Elegua, which is the path opener, Ogun, Ochosi, Shango, Aigayu, Ochun.
Yeah, like you can put bad spirits on people too. Like you can put a person's name and like their birthday and shit inside the, you could put them inside the Agun pot. And then Agun like metal, like they get shot, stabbed, something can happen to them.
So it would be something in metal that would...
I heard it from him. He's in Santeria. He worships demons and he summons demons into people to harm people. In specific, he worships Ogun and Yemeya, which number 6 is Ogun in the song and number 7 in Santeria represents Yemeya, which is exactly what he is saying in the songs, and now your kids are chanting it. It's a reason he used the baby shark theme. There's a reason that your kids feel addicted and like they can't stop saying 6-7, and in the songs it's nothing but pills, drugs, and addiction. Jesus Christ could save witches and
The clip I just showed you was from the final video that Jacob Cockle ever recorded. Jacob was a famous surfer, a social media presence, a nature photographer. He did a lot, and he was a beloved figure in England. Before his death, Jacob's videos had garnered hundreds of thousands, millions of views on social media. And he was known not only for his love of the sea and his breathtaking photography, but for engaging in high-risk stunts. Stunts where he surfed over rocks or towards cliffs. Stunts where he jumped off of high buildings into the water below. And by his early 20s, Jacob had earned awards from places like National Geographic. He really was a beloved figure. But on May 28, 2013, Jacob's life would come to an extremely unfortunate end. On that day, a whirlpool appeared in Hale Harbor in England. This whirlpool would appear randomly in this harbor, and in the past, Jacob took tons of videos and photos of it and even swam in it. But on May 28, 2013, when Jacob jumped into the whirlpool wearing a horse mask, he had no idea of what was about to happen. In the footage, Jacob can be seen whirling around the whirlpool while his friend films him. They're talking about how it was stronger earlier, how it's a little scary right now, but it's nothing they can't handle. And at one point, Jacob swims out of the whirlpool, he grabs his GoPro, and he decides to get one shot of the nature event from underwater. Jacob then dives underwater and begins filming the whirlpool. This footage is all on YouTube. As he approaches the whirlpool, viewers notice that it's very strong, but it doesn't really look like something he can't handle, especially given the fact that he'd swam in similar circumstances many times. But at one point in the footage, Jacob seems to lose control and the camera work starts going all over the place. And back on the surface, Jacob's friend noticed that he went underwater, but he never came back up. Jacob's friend then frantically began to shout his name, searching for his body, but he saw no sign of Jacob anywhere. The whirlpool flowed through a tunnel into a pool, and Jacob's friend David then ran over there and started asking fishermen if they'd seen his friend. They all said no, they hadn't. Eventually, though, David saw Jacob in the pool. He was face down in the water, and he knew it was already too late. During his swim into the whirlpool, Jacob's wetsuit lost its buoyancy, which was something that Jacob didn't really account for, and that's what ended up helping him get sucked down into the whirlpool. After his death, Jacob was celebrated across the world, but I do have to say the footage of this incident is extremely chilling. If you want to hear more true crime stories, listen to the podcast that I co-host with my wife, Murder in America, available on all streaming platforms.
You absolutely need to show this video to your kids. This security camera footage shows a man in a cap and a mask asking a little girl for help, holding out a map and asking her how to get to a certain place. But in reality, normal adults don't go up to kids asking them for help like that. Pay attention to how nervous he is, how he keeps twitching, and how he keeps trying to shove the map right up in this girl's face. That's important, because watch what happens to her next. He himself is wearing a mask and is holding the map as far away from his own face as possible. Now look at how the girl steps back and grabs her head. She starts to feel dizzy and almost passes out. A second person, who is working with him in this criminal scheme and standing nearby, immediately grabs the girl and starts leading her away, most likely toward the road to push her into a car. Thankfully, there was a woman nearby who instantly sensed something was wrong, and thanks to her, they were able to save the girl. The girl herself can barely stand on her feet. She is clearly feeling really sick. People like this usually work in pairs, in groups of 3, or even with a whole crew. Be extremely careful and alert around strangers who ask you for help.
What did Will Smith really mean to tell us?
Y'all, we out here on vacation in the Bahamas, another beautiful day. Check it out, check it out. Boom. I want to talk to y'all for a minute about the power of perception. You see, there's a lot that goes in to being a hot social media content provider. For instance, y'all think I got time to go on vacation? No, I got social to do. Come on, man, this is blue screen. In fact, I'm gonna keep it 100 with y'all. I haven't looked like this good in years. I've been totally computer generated since like the 90s. You know what? This ain't even real blue screen. It's 2019, y'all. Nothing's real.
Things that used to look creepy.
About to make a salsa. Look at this. Freaking onion see-through. Clear. Look at that. Pull it up. Look at that. What the hell? Dude, some fake ass onion. Look at that.
They are selling fake avocados in Texas.
These are not real bananas.
We got it from the supermarket, but when she opens it and she breaks it in half, it gets very tough and doesn't really break.
My husband cut it in half. I really don't know if you can see it that well. Glistening, it's silicone. It's a silicone blueberry.
Fake ass fruit. They trying to kill us, man. We gotta stop this, man. We gotta start growing our own fruit. This shit from Sam's Club, man.
And I was cutting it, and this is what I found inside. I don't even know if this is even a watermelon or something else. I mean, is this like something they created in a lab?
So I cut watermelons for my kids, and they're all bringing it right back, saying they don't like the texture. I've seen enough videos of people posting rubbery watermelon. I can't believe I got one. I got a rubbery watermelon.
Possibly sitting on a trap now because I'm a rider. Yeah.
To the pre-show. And joining me here today with Batman.
So I'm scrolling through TikTok, and in between videos, see, there's this one, and then you swipe up and there's this one. But I noticed that there was a slide almost in between them. I'll have to get it just right again. Did you see that? And I thought, oh my god, that looks like a face. There it is. What is that? There's this video, and then the next one. And in between them is this face looking back at me.
JFK and 9/11 and the moon landing. What are common characteristics about these three events? Okay. The first thing, of course, is that they are spectacles. You can say that they are rituals. A lot of care, a lot of attention was put into preparing these rituals. So, for example, the JFK assassination, look at the location, right? Look at the choreography. Okay? They did it purposely in front of people, but also in front of cameras, so that it will be remembered forever. Okay? The moon landing as well, 9/11 as well. Okay? That's the first thing. Second thing is the idea of numerology. So when you look at these events, what you'll find is that numerology is very important. Okay? It's a very simple concept to understand. So, for example, let's just say you want to get married, right? Well, you want to pick an auspicious date. So maybe August 8th, 8/8, right? Or June 6th, an auspicious date. Because that will give your wedding the most chances to prosper. You also want to pick a nice location, feng shui. Right? Same thing with this idea. Okay? So let's look at the numerology. JFK was November 22nd, 1963. 11/22/1963. The moon landing was 1969. And then 9/11 was, of course, 9/11. Pretty easy to remember, right? Okay. Now, what's interesting is that these are all triangular numbers. Okay. What are triangular numbers? 1, 3, 6, 9. Right? 1, 3, 6, 9. 1963. 1969. Okay. Also, the number 33 is very, very important. Okay, number 33 is almost like a magic number to these people. Okay, and so like, what we believe is that it's secret societies that are responsible for these events. Okay, mainly the three Masons, but there are others as well. Okay, I'll discuss this later. Number 33 is important. Okay, so look at this. 11 plus 22 is what? 33. Okay, guys. 33. 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, okay? You see how nice this number is? 33 is also two triangles, right? What happens when you put two triangles together? You get the Star of David, which is the flag of Israel. Okay? So number 33 is a very special number for secret societies. All right.
These parts turn black with UV light. Outside, same thing, turns black under UV light. Let me show you how this thing's built. On the back, it's your custom rating, or really whatever card you want. The center stone, this one here is Labradorite. Around the edge I have citrine. We have rose petals. And then tourmaline. And then we have rose quartz embedded for the feet. Dragonflies. Then we have the actual plate. So the Labradorite's down here. And you have your symbols. Your shapes. And they can be whatever you want, except for these. But these lines can be colored if you'd like. It can be any way you want. The glow in the dark can be green, blue, purple. You'll never see another charging plate like this. It's very limited. This is the only one in existence currently. But I think that there's enough other people out there that think that this thing's as cool as I do. I'm at its bad as fuck. I can't tell you. It's like the ultimate charging plate, man. Custom made to your specifications. Whatever symbolism you want. If you want a reading, you can do a reading. Or you can just get random cards and you decipher them. Hit us up if you want one of these.
Just notice that there's no people, there's no animals, there's no commerce, there's nobody in the streets. You would think a major city would have all kind of bustling activity going on, but no, not in these photos. The truth is untold.
Eagles can live up to 70 years because they are mentally strong. After 40 years, every eagle has to make a difficult decision. Its claws are no longer sharp enough to hunt. Its beak becomes bent and blunt, and its feathers become thick. The eagle has two options. Either it dies, or it goes through a painful change. This painful change is that the eagle must go to the mountain and crush its beak on a rock until it falls out. When the old beak falls out, a new beak grows in. With the new beak, the eagle rips out its claws, and new ones grow in. Then the eagle plucks out its feathers, and new ones grow in. This painful journey lasts 150 days, but after doing this, the eagle gets a new life. Sometimes we need to get rid of our old self in order for a new and better version to emerge. If you're not following us, you will probably never hear my voice again. But if you are, congratulations. You're growing every day.
Minimize losses. Even with optimization, currents obtained were microamperes to milliamperes.
Thank you for joining us. It's been 2 years since I made a video on this channel. I had a baby, so I've been busy. But now I'm getting more free time, so I'm going to start building this channel again. It's a goal of mine. So if you'd like to help, please subscribe, like, comment, share, do all the things and help us grow. I hope that you come back to watch more. We have lots of good ideas for videos, and we hope to see you soon. Peace.